viewers, welcome to another mathematics presentation. So right here with me I've got a question, and this question is coming from mathematics paper 2 for 2022. The question is coming from the topic called linear programming. So this is our question 7 right here. The question reads, answer the whole of this question on a sheet of graph paper. So this is the instruction of the question. You are supposed to answer this question on a graph paper. So let us now read the question. A businessman intends to sell two types of markers, permanent markers and dry erase markers. It decides that there should be at least 20 permanent markers and at least 10 dry erase markers. In order to make his business stable, it decides to order not more than 70 markers altogether. The order price of a permanent marker is 15 kwacha, and that of a dry erase marker is 20 kwacha. He is prepared to spend not more than 1,200 kwacha altogether. Question A, let X represent the number of permanent markers and Y the number of dry erase markers. Write 4 inequalities which satisfy the above conditions. 5 marks. So in step 1, they want us to write 4 inequalities. So in the question they have told us that we let X present permanent markers, okay, then we let Y present, we just say dry erase markers. This is the information. So in order for us to come up with the inequalities, let us go through the question again. A businessman intends to sell two types of markers, permanent and dry erase markers. They are presented by X and Y, permanent X, dry Y. It decides that there should be at least 20 permanent markers. So we take note of this terminology used, to at least 20 permanent markers and at least 10 dry erase markers. In order to make his business stable, it decides to order not more than, we take note of this terminology again, not more than 70 markers. So here, when you look at these terminologies, at least, since this is linear programming, so we need to use the inequality symbols to present these terminologies. So at least goes with the greater or equal to. This is the inequality, okay? Then where they have used not more than. So not more than simply means that shouldn't go beyond the given value. So this is less than or equal to, okay? So there are other terminologies that are used apart from this. You can also have exceed, okay, which is greater or equal to. You can also have not exceed, okay, not exceed, which is less than or equal to. You can also have maximum, which is less than or equal to. You can also have utmost, which is less than or equal to. You can also have minimum. There are a lot of terminologies that are used, so you need to know these terminologies. So to come up with our inequality now, they said it decides that there should be at least 20 permanent markers. So you know that at least means greater, and permanent markers are presented by letter X. So our first inequality will be written X greater or equal to 20, okay? Then our second inequality, and at least 10 dry erase markers. So dry erase markers are presented by letter Y. So say Y greater or equal to 10. So I do hope that you are following, okay? Then the third inequality now will say, in order to make his business stable, it decides to order not more than. So they have used not more than. This is the inequality for not more than. It decides to order not more than 70 markers altogether. So altogether simply means when you combine the permanent markers and the dry markers, it should not exceed 70. This is the inequality, X plus Y less than or equal to 70. Then our fourth inequality, we write it like this. The order price of a permanent marker is 15 kwacha, and that of a dry erase marker is 20 kwacha. He is prepared to spend not more than 1,200 kwacha altogether. So again, they have used this terminology. not more than, okay, altogether, meaning that the order price of that of the permanent marker and that of the dry markers should not exceed 1,200, not more than. So they have told us that the order price for permanent is 15, so we write 15x plus that of the dry erase marker is 20 also, not more than, this is the symbol, 1,200. So now for this inequality, you can try to reduce it by dividing with 5, even this one by 5, okay? All right, so even here we divide by 5, so that 5 here 1, 5 into 15, 3. So we are going to have 3x plus, then 5 here 1, 5 into 20, it's 4y. So it's supposed to be a y here, less than or equal to 5 here 1, 5 into 1,200, it's 240. So we have our inequalities 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we just need to write these inequalities on the graph paper. The inequalities that we have created, we can now write them on the graph. So that was question A. So the first inequality, the first one, we came up with x greater or equal to 20. Then the second one was y greater or equal to 10. Then the third one was x plus y less than or equal to 70. Then the fourth one was 3x plus 4y, which is less than or equal to 240. So make sure that you indicate the question number exactly on the graph paper. So we have answered our question A. Let us now come to our question B right here. So this is our question B, as you can see. So this is question B now. Using a scale of 2 cm to represent 10 markers on each axis. So on each axis, that is the y-axis and the x-axis, we should use 2 cm to represent 10 markers. Draw x and y axis for 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 80 and 0 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 80 respectively, and shade the unwanted region to show clearly the region where the solution of the inequalities lie. So they want us to shade the unwanted region. This is carrying 4 marks. Okay, so what it means is, when you look at this graph right here, the box now from here to here, this is 2 cm from here to here. This is what they mean. Okay, so you have been given the ranges. The range they have said in the x-axis is from 0 to 80, in the y-axis 0 to 80. So when you are moving, the y-axis is here vertically, x-axis here horizontally. So when you are moving, if the origin is from here, you say 10, 20, 30, just like that. Then when going into x, from here, 10, 20, 30. All right, so this is how our graph is going to be. Okay, so this is the y-axis. Remember, the y-axis is presenting the dry erase markers, and this is our x-axis right here. So our x-axis presenting the permanent markers from 0 to 80. Okay, so remember, we are using 2 cm to represent 10 units on both axes. So from 0 here 10, because the complete box is 2 cm. To move from 10, we go to another point here, which will be a 20, 30, 40. Even in the y-axis, it's the same. So let us now come up with the inequalities. We presented them on the graph. So the inequalities that we have these inequalities. Remember, these inequalities are already on the graph. So we are going to start with this one, x greater than or equal to 20. So we need to identify the point in the x-axis right here, where x is equal to 20. It's this line point 20. So this is the line right here. So what you need to do is, you get your ruler on this same line where x is equal to 20. Nicely, you place your ruler there, and then you make a straight line like this. Okay, so this is our line on the point x is equal to 20. So remember, the question said describe the unwanted region. So the wanted region is x greater or equal to 20. So when you look at these values on x going this side, they are greater or equal to 20. And I've drawn this solid line because it's equal to itself right here. Okay? But if the inequality sign was just greater, I wouldn't have drawn the solid line. I would have drawn a dotted line. So the wanted region is this. So I want to describe the unwanted region, which is this side. Okay? So this is the region that you are going to shade like this. Okay? So I hope you have gotten the idea right here. So we will shade this region like that. Okay. Right, so this is our line x greater or equal to 20. So let us now come up with the second inequality, which is this one right here, y greater or equal to 10. So we go in the y-axis. Okay, the y-axis is starting from here. Y equal to 10 is this line. So again, what you do is you just get your ruler, you put it here. Okay, get your ruler, you put it right here. Then you come up with this line exactly on y equal to what? Equal to 10. So this is our line, which is y is greater or equal to 10. So they have said describe the unwanted region. So y greater or equal to 10, when you look at 10 right here, it's these values up, meaning this is the wanted region. So we are going to shade the unwanted region, which is down. So we'll shade here like this nicely. Okay, this is where you are going to shade like that. So we have two lines, y is x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 10. So we are remaining with two inequalities. So our third inequality is right here, this one, okay, which is x plus y less than or equal to 70. So for this one, you can use two methods actually. The first one, you can just identify on the x-axis where there is this point 70 and on the y-axis where there is this point 70. Then you draw your line just like that. Or you can come up with a table of values, you plot, and you connect the points. Okay, so let's see how we can answer it. Alright, so for this other line, x plus y less than or equal to 70, I've said you can just take note of where 70 is in the y-axis, and you also take note of where 70 is in the x-axis right here. Then you plot the points, okay? You just connect, okay? You get the same answer or the same line even when you do like this. You write x plus y less than or equal to 70, where we need to find the coordinates. So I can put the coordinates in the x-axis because we have our range in the x-axis. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So any of these points, I can pick them and put them there. So let's say we pick 10, 20, 30. Okay, we just put them here. We say 10, 20, 30. So this means that we can now find for the values of what? Y. So you can make y the subject or the formula right here, where you say, we will say y is equal to 70 minus x. So we say y equal to 70 minus, where there is this x, we put a 10. Okay, this will give us 70 minus 10 is 60. So here you have a 60. So again, you know, to find the value of y here when x is equal to 20, you just put a 20 right here where there is x. So 70 minus 20, you get a what? You get a 50 right here. And then again, you find the value of y when x is equal to 30. So 70 minus 30, the value of y will be a 40. So these now are coordinates: 10,60, 20,50, 30,40. You can plot them. Okay, you see the line that you are going to come up with. Okay, so let's plot 10,60. So when we plot 10,60, we go in the y-axis, sorry, in the x-axis. 10 is right here. Where is our 60? In the y-axis. our 60 is right here. You can see. So on this point where we have a 60, we just put a point like that. Okay. Then we come to 20, 50. So where is the 20 in the x-axis? It's right here. This is where the 20 is. The 50, it's right here. Okay, you put also a point there. Then you come to the third point like this, where you had 30, 40. So you go in the x-axis where there is 30, you go in the y-axis where there is 40, you connect the points. So when you come back here, the 30 is right here. Okay, this is the 30. Where is the 40? This is the 40. So you can see we have this point, and this point. So these 3 points are enough to give us a straight what? A straight line. So what you need to do is you get your ruler, okay? You make sure that you place it exactly. All right, so this is our straight line when we connect this point, and this point. So remember what I said at first. You can just go where 70 is in the y-axis, and you go where 70 is in the x-axis right here. That's why it will pass, okay? But for the purpose of demonstrating and you learning, because there are other inequalities that won't just be x plus y, you need to be doing this, okay? So now, this is our line, and this line, we know that this is the line where we have x plus y. This one, it's x plus y less than or equal to 70. So the wanted region less than or equal to, the lower region is less. This is the wanted region, not so. But they have told us that we should describe the unwanted region, which is the upper region right here. So this is the part that you are going to shade, the upper region, which is the unwanted region. So you shade nicely, okay, like this. You shade nicely. Okay, so I hope that it's clear, you are following with what you are doing here. So we are just remaining with the one line, okay, one inequality. So this is our inequality that we have come up with. All right, so now to answer this one, 3x plus 4y less than or equal to 240, we need to do the same. We need to come up with a table of values, okay? Then we need to find the 3 points or 2 points, and we connect them. We come up with a straight line. So let's do this. So you write your inequality 3x plus 4y, which is less than or equal to 240. So I've said we need to come up with a table of values again, okay, like this one. So it's one that I'm going to draw right here, okay. Right, so this is your table of values. So for this one, you also indicate x and y. So remember, in the x-axis, you can put in n axis and you find the value of either x or y. So I like getting the points from x-axis. I'll get the same points where I said 10, 20, 30. I put them in the x-axis right here. 10, 20, 30. So I need to find the values of y right here, okay? When x is equal to 10, I find the value of y. X is equal to 20, I find the value of y. And when x is equal to 30, using this same equation, okay? So you do this. Where there is, you write 3. Where there is this x, you're going to put a 10, open bracket, plus 4y less than or equal to, we say 240. So this is 30, which is plus, because 3 times 10, 30, 4y equal to 240. So what you need to do is you get this 30 to the other side. So you remain with 4y, which is 4y equal to 240 minus 30. So since we need to find the value of y, this 4 has to go, meaning you divide by 4, even this side by 4, so that you get y, because this and this will cancel. So 240 minus 30 divided by 4. You press on your calculator, you see the value that you are going to get. Okay, so I've said when you press on your calculator, you just say 240 minus 30, then divide by 4. So it's giving us 52.5. So you write here 52.5. So to find for this one, just be replacing, meaning this 30 is the value of x. Okay, so this will be the second one. Here I've said 52.5. Then for the second one, remember we are using this, so you just say 240 right here minus, so it was 3x, now x is 20, so 3 times 20, it's 60. So this is 240 minus s60, 240 minus s60 divided by 4. Okay, this will give us a 45. So here you write a 45. So what I'm doing is I'm just using this and plug in. Remember the first one we plugged in 10 here, 10. So the second one we plug in a 20 right here. Then we do the same what we did here. The third one again we plug in a 30. So it 3 times 30, which is a 90. 3 times 30. Then we do the same. Okay. So for the third one, you'll say 240 minus 3 times 30. This 3 times a 30 right here. It's a 90. So 240 minus 90. Okay. 240 minus 90. This will give us that value. And then we divide by 4. So this is giving us let me redo it. So 240 minus 90 to give us 150. Then in this 150 we divide by a 4. So this will give us 37.5. So I think for the first one I didn't punch nicely on the calculator. So we have now coordinates 10,52.5, 20,45, 30,37.5. We need to plot these points, okay, on the graph. All right, so here we have 10,52.5. So we need to plot 10 right here. Where is the 52? So when you look here, the 50 is right here. So since there is 10 units from here to here, so it means for them to have a 52, they are just counting 50 right here, 51, 52. Now 52.5. So 50, 51, 52. 0.5, this box on the middle, that's where we are going to put our point. I've put a small dot right here, okay, on the middle. Then we come to this other point, 20,45. So our 20 is right here. So we just need to identify where the 45 is. The 40 is right here. So for 45, they'll count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I hope you have seen 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So this is where the point is going to be for 45. So I've got this point and this point. We just need the third one, which is right here, 30,37.5. So we come to the x-axis, 30 is right here, okay, 37. So in the y-axis, the 30 is right here, okay. So you say from this 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So 37.5 is on the middle right here. So you have this point, and this point. Just get a ruler and you connect these points, okay? So when you get a ruler, let us connect these points. You connect these points. All right, so this is our line. I've just connected the point. This is our line right here. I've used a red pen. This is our line. So to this line, remember, this line is 3x plus 4y, this line, which is less than or equal to 240. So the wanted region, the lower region is less. This is the wanted region. So we need to describe the unwanted region, which is the above region. So this will be shaded like this. We'll shade it like this from this end, okay? shade it like this line, shade it like this from that end up to this end. So we have answered our question B right here. So you need to indicate somewhere. Okay, this is our question B. Okay, this is our question B where all these solutions were being worked at. This is our question B, like this. Okay, so you get all your marks right here. Okay, so let us now move on to our next question. So this is our third question, question C right here. The question reads, the profit on the sale of a permanent marker is 25 kwacha. So a permanent kwacha, the profit was 25 kwacha. And on the dry erase marker, profit is 30 kwacha. So Roman numeral 1, how many markers of each type should be ordered to make maximum profit? This is carrying 2 marks. So in order for you to be able to find how many markers are going to be ordered for this businessman to be able to make a maximum profit, okay, you need to come up with an equation, because they have given you that the profit for the sale of the permanent marker is this, and for the dry marker is the third kwacha. So this is what you are going to do. Okay, that is we are answering for question C. Right, so we are now answering for question C right here. So they have told you that for permanent markers, the profit, okay, here, the profit on sale is 25 kwacha, and that of dry erase markers, the profit is 30 kwacha. So permanent markers presented by rate X. So in order for these guys to make a profit, you say 25x plus 30 kwacha for dry erase markers. They need to add these profits for the markers, and then they will be able to see, they will be able to make the profit. Okay, so we don't know how many permanent markers and dry erase markers should be ordered in order for them to make the maximum profit. So what we are going to do is, we have this region. Okay, this is the region that will be, this is the region that will be shown clearly where the solutions of the inequalities are lying. So on this same region where it's been cut, we are going to get those coordinates. So we can pick here, spin cut right here on this point. So I'll say this is my point A. It's also been cut right here. So say this is your point B. It's also been cut on this point where these inequalities, you can see this line and this line. These are cutting this region right here at this point. Then we also have this point. Okay, so point A, B, C, and we name this D. So let us now get the coordinates. For A, we have 20, 10 right here. So we write 20, 10. Then for B, okay, this is for B right here. So it's 60, 10 right here. We write 60, 10. Okay, then for C, this is for C right here, which is 40, 30 right here, which is a 40, 30. Then for D, okay, this is for the point D. We have here it's 20, 20. So where this point is, we have a 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So this is a 20, a 45. This is what you need to do. Now, you need to find the maximum profit for each of these points using this equation. So what it means is, what you'll be doing is, you get a calculator, okay, you write 25 in brackets where there is this x, you get these coordinates for A, you put a 20 on x, you put a 10 on y, you write your answer here. When you punch, you come to B, you do the same. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so this is what I mean. This is our equation, 25, 25, okay, here, 25, okay, 25, open bracket. So here, where there is x, So this is 25. So right here where there is x, you'll get the coordinates for a. X will be 20. So in brackets you put a 20, you cross, okay. Then here there is a plus, so plus cross, you have a 30, so 30 open bracket, okay. Then y it's a 10, y it's a 10, you close. So you get, this is the value 800. So here you write 800. Then to this one you do the same equation, okay. So just write 25 open bracket. So since we are using this, we put a 60 on x, 60, then we close, plus there is a 30 right there, a 30 open bracket, then we put a 10 on y, a 10, we close, okay. So this is giving us 1800. 1800. We come to this, okay, using the same equation. So we write 25 open bracket 40 cross plus 30 open bracket 30, we cross. This is giving us 1900. So you need to do this as well, because I may make a mistake as I'm punching the numbers, so you need to confirm. You come to the last one where you write 25 open bracket, so where there is x we put a 20 cross bracket plus a 30 open bracket, where there is y we put a 45, a 45 cross bracket. So this will give us 1850, yeah, 1850. So from these points that we came up with, we just need to choose which of the points has given us the highest value. So the points that have given us the maximum value, because this was for maximum profiter, so it's this one, 40,30, where we have 1900. So the question was, they wanted you to identify how many types of markers are going to be ordered for each type in order for this businessman to make a maximum profit of this. So you just make a statement. You say, all right, so this is the statement you are going to write. In order to make maximum profit, 40 permanent markers and 30 dry erase markers should be ordered. Right, so we have answered our question C1, okay, which was how many markers of which type should be ordered to make maximum profit. It was carrying 2 marks. So this is our C1. You indicate nicely. This is our C1, okay. Then to come to C2, where they have told us to find the maximum profit. So this is very easy. You just say maximum profit. Can you guess the maximum profit? So maximum profit is equal to, so we just check, okay, we check from these values that we got, the maximum profit was this 1900. So you just write your maximum profit is equal to 1900 kwacha as your answer. So I'm using a pen. This doesn't mean that even you should use a pen, because you might make a mistake. That's why you should use a pencil, so that whenever you make a mistake, you'll be able to rub nicely. So we've come to the end of our lesson. Thank you so much, everybody.